Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since we posted a video, but yep, new games come out, new racing games come out. In this case, TDU Solar Crown. They did a trailer today for the release date of the game, so let's have a look at it.
All these years, I've explored the streets of Hong Kong Island in search of fortune, reputation, and prestige.
All these years, I've explored the streets of Hong Kong Island in search of wealth, fame, and style.
To me, the Solar Crown represents much more than racing. It's an absolute lifestyle. An incarnation of elegance extends both in physical appearance and on the road.
This competition is as much about what happens behind the wheel as it is outside the cars. It's not just about performing on the track. It's about mastering your image to remain visible and shine among the elite.
From the cars I've earned throughout the competition.
And the increasingly luxurious suites that I could claim as my reputation grew.
The times I've spent challenging my rivals.
And earning the respect of my teammates. I have proved my worth.
The Sharps opened their doors to me. Their representation of sophistication and prestige made me join them without hesitation.
The streets expressed what I always believed. Success is synonymous with making an impression. And it was the perfect match.
My life on this island has been shaped by all these automotive and luxury experiences.
All this in a competition where regret can't be looked at as failure.
Streets are Sharps. There is only one name this island will remember.
Streets, Sharps, you write your own story. Test Drive Unlimited is back.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. September 12th. That's what's going on. Now if I can find my thing. There we go. September 12th, 2024 is the official release date for TDU Solar Crown. There are a couple versions available, different platforms, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm looking at the Steam here now. PC. There is a standard edition, which is $49.99. That is pretty much the base game. There is a silver Sharps edition and a silver Streets edition. That's where the clans come in. You either choose the Streets or the Sharps. We'll give you some extra content, obviously, and you have a gold edition. So let's go over it. If you pre-order the game, then you will get the Ford GT 2006. If you order one of the silver editions or the gold editions, from what I make of it. Because if I read here for the standard edition, it doesn't give you any content. If it's a silver edition, it includes 3 items: the game, the Ford GT, and then the silver Sharp pack. If you go for the Streets edition, then you get the game, the Ford GT 2006, and the Streets pack. If you get the gold edition, then you pretty much get everything together. So let's have a look at it. Ford GT 2006 is the pre-order car. That's what you get. Then if you decide to go for the Streets edition, the silver Streets edition, release date is still September 12th. You get the base game and the Streets pack, which gives you a little bit of a clothing pack, a Range Rover SVR, and the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. If you decide to go with the Sharps, that's the other clan, then you get the Jaguar F-Type and the Audi R8 Spider. And also here, a certain suiting. If you go for the gold editions, then you get both of those packs, plus the solar content pack, which is the Maserati MC20 and the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. And you get a free VIP solar pass, including access to the season's premium rewards with 20 levels already unlocked. So there will be some sort of season pass coming, the solar pass called. And so you get access for the first season, and you get premium rewards and 20 levels unlocked already, which means you don't have to play through those 20 levels. So you will sort of start at level 20, I'm assuming. On top of that, you get 7 days advanced access. Some sort of early access, but officially the release date is still September 12th, but you get 7 days early access. So you can start playing on September 5th if you buy the gold edition. That is sort of what's going on with that, with the different packs. So you either choose streets or sharps, then you can go for the silver editions if you want. If you want them all together, including the solar, then you go for gold. If you don't interested at all in any of these packs, then you can just go for a standard edition. It's all up to you. Standard and silver release date is September 12th. If you go for the gold edition, the release date is September 5th, if you look at it like that. There is some extra, there is somewhere a table available where it shows you like all the differences between the different editions, more or less. We went for the gold editions. I pre-ordered, so I will be around on September 5th with this. And that, as you can see, it shows you the Ford GT, the shops pack, the streets pack, and the solar pack. If you go for gold editions, all the DLCs are added to your game. Yeah, it says close playtest here because that's where it shows up. It shows up on close playtest number 2. If you so that seems to be the game. There were 3 playtests, all 3 of them we were involved. The first 2 were on this edition, but then the third one was on another edition. So I uninstalled that one. That was another build, I think, the last one we played. So it shows up on the for those involved in the playtest. If you buy it, the actual game is the first 2 playtests. That's where it shows up. Obviously, you cannot install it yet because it's only coming officially on September 12th. If you have the gold edition, you will get access on September 5th. And then you can install it and play it. That's all we got for you. Short, brief, as much information that I can give you. Pretty much there are... you sort of have to choose your faction in a way if you look at it like that. You can change your faction in the game, but that might have consequences if you decide to switch factions. So there was also this game going on the last couple of days. I'm not sure how that works, to be honest. If I can get to it quickly. There was some art game going on with some mini games and stuff like that the last couple of days, where we had to decode some things and figure out what was going on.
Welcome, Racer. I'm Vivian Hughes.
And then you eventually ended up with those 6 cars. We did not know what they were, now we do. So pretty much comes down to the Range Rover and the Mercedes. They are pretty much related to the Streets faction. The Audi and the Jaguar are pretty much related to the Sharps faction. If you get the gold edition, you get all 6 cars. That's pretty much what it comes down to. There were some missions that we could do here the last couple of days. And then you had to fill in some answers over here to unlock these cars. I'm not so sure how it works. And then you had to sort of choose your faction. I went for the Streets. I'm not so sure what the thing of this was. Maybe if you completed this little mini games in the last couple of days and you buy one of the other editions, then it might be that you get also the other cars in your garage. I sort of thought that was it. This was sort of the build up to the trailer eventually. The first mission we had to do also kind of things to unlock it. we got some clues with a Google map and some other stuff. What's related to the police station in Hong Kong, and in front of that police station, according to a news article, there were 45 supercars pulled over. One of them was confiscated, which was the Lamborghini Huracan. That was the answer for mission 1 to this little mini game, and that unlocked the Maserati. And then the second day we had 2 of these things to discover. The first one, we were looking for a location, all kind of googling and clues and decoding going on, and eventually we ended up with Statue Square. That was the answer for mission 2, and that unlocked the Audi. And then we had to call a phone number. I believe it was a Hong Kong phone number. You had to call and you had to listen through that whole. You ended up somewhere in the harbor with a transport list of containers, and we were looking for a specific container, which eventually turned out to be container 7D2, 7 Delta 2. Those 3 things, those 3 little 2 numbers in a letter were the answer to mission 3, 7D2. That unlocked the Jaguar. And then yesterday they unlocked 2 more. Over here, mission 4, we were looking for a license plate, which eventually turned out to be B Tony 21, and the O from Tony needs to be a 0, and that has to do with the fact that in Hong Kong license plates you cannot have an O, I or Q on the license plates. So B Tony was his name, 21 was his H, if I'm not mistaken, so that was his license plate, B Tony 21. Just make sure if you do type it in here on this site, which is tdusc.origins.com, and then you go to the missions, and then you come to this page. So B Tony 21 was mission 4, and then mission 5 was the answer was 3-pointed star, and that unlocked the final 2 cars. So that was those 6 cars. We were not sure what was going on with these cars, but now they show up. Today we and then there was another countdown going, which eventually turned, if you click here on the site, you will get the release trailer again. That was the announcement which they did today, and that's how we end up where we are now, more or less. And that is over here. The different versions of the game, we looked at it. We have 7 days early access, we have all the packs, so I decided to go for the gold edition myself. $79.99, and we can start playing on September 5. Obviously, we will be live on Twitch at that date with this game. That was it. All the info that I have at this moment about Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Officially releasing on September 5. If you go for the gold edition, you can get 7 days early access. We'll see you guys then on Twitch on September 5. We will be in Hong Kong. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.